Hello my friends, welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost 200 pounds without bariatric surgery and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started. My top 3 tips. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I am so glad that you stopped to check in on me on my week 7 of my 2023 weight loss, fat loss, super fast, rapid fat loss cut. It has been a journey. It has been pretty crazy. Actually have had way more success this cut than I imagined I would, and I've been pretty pleased with my progress. I've been able to stick to it pretty well. So if you've missed all the other videos, they are all in a playlist that will be linked at the end of the video. But at this point, we are coming toward the end of the cut. This coming week will probably be my final week, and I find myself mentally getting to the point where I am just like kind of done with the whole thing. The last couple of weeks, well, the whole thing has been kind of rough mentally and emotionally for various reasons. I've had some complete and utter breakdowns and a lot of anxiety, and it's been rough, I have to admit. I don't even know how I feel about this whole last 7 weeks, other than I lost weight and I look a lot better, which I'm very happy about. The rest of it has been really, really complicated. Just an update for those who are curious. I did cut back on my ADHD medication. So ADHD medication doesn't build up in the blood like an anxiety pill or a depression medication. I'm not on any of those kind of things yet. Possibly will be in the future. I don't know. I have a meeting with my therapist this week and then my psychologist pretty soon. So we will discuss that. But so it's kind of up to me how much I take of the ADHD medication or whether I want to skip a day or things like that because it doesn't build up in the body. So I decided, since I was taking 25 milligrams of methylphenidate a day, I decided to cut it back to 20. And I've had some positives and some negatives from doing that. The number one positive is that it almost has completely eliminated my bad anxiety, and it was out of control. Several of you guys commented that I seemed a little bit more crazy, manic, I don't know, like just on edge. And people in real life were saying it, my friends were saying it, and so I had to really evaluate whether or not the benefit outweighed the side effects. And I didn't realize it was caused by the medication until I read about that somewhere on one of the Facebook boards, that the stimulant medication can cause anxiety to get worse if you have anxiety. My psychologist had never said that to me, and we've been talking about my anxieties from the beginning. But she never said that that could be like a side effect or like I should be watching for that, which I feel like she should have said that, because I didn't really know that that was a possibility. Once I realized that, I decided to cut it back, and that has been the side effect, is that my anxiety has been greatly decreased. But on the other hand, I have noticed that my working memory has decreased, and my ability to focus has decreased, and my ability to like get out of bed, things like that are like executive function issues, just wanting to do things, have been a lot worse. And I have had a couple of depressive episodes where I literally felt embarrassed to be alive. And that was not good. So I'm going to be talking to my therapist about that this week, and we'll see how that goes. But I know some of you actually want to know the update on how I'm doing, and so I'm going to keep talking about it, even though I know people don't want to hear it. I figure at this point we've lost all the people that don't want to hear it, because I lost a lot of people over the last few weeks because of my videos. But I feel like mental health is something that really needs to be talked about. And as I've been really thinking about it, I have realized that the connection, my mental health, to my weight loss and to my weight gain, my original weight gain, is 100% connected. And I have talked about that before, the weight loss mindset and fighting your demons. I've called it different things. I did not know that I was dealing with a mental disorder. And I have been going through the grieving process, where I just went from feeling like a cute, quirky forgetful person to a person with a mental disorder that it's, as I age, the symptoms are getting dramatically worse, and that the things I put in place to help myself over the years have decreased in their efficacy, which is what led me to trying to find a diagnosis. And much to most people's chagrin, I did not hear about adult ADHD or like late diagnosis from social media or like TikTok or anything. I wasn't even on TikTok until the last month. And I literally came to this because someone in my real life, as I was talking about my daughter getting diagnosed with ADHD, just looked at me and she goes, "Wait, you know you have ADHD, right?" And I'm like, "I do?" No, I literally had never occurred to me. And that was a year before I was diagnosed. So I have been talking about this on my channel. And if you want to count how many times I say the word ADHD in this video, go ahead. Feel free to point it out in the comments, Mrs. Misto, if you need to. But I'm going to keep talking about it because I feel like it's important to know. I wish somebody had pointed out to me sooner. Like, I had no idea. I didn't even know what it was, really. I was just learning about it. I didn't think it correlated to me in any way. So when my friend said that to me, I was like, wait, what? And I started talking about that on this channel at that point. I have been talking about it for over a year. And the criticism I received before I got my diagnosis was, why do you keep saying you have ADHD? Because you don't even know. You don't even have a diagnosis. So then I went and got a diagnosis. And then people were like, you talk about it too much. You're blaming everything in your life on it. Stop making excuses. ADHD is an excuse to what? To be lazy, to not get my videos uploaded, to forget things, to just want to quit. Because actually, those are symptoms of ADHD. Just saying. So there you go. Update on my mental health. Things are going okay this week. And hopefully they will keep going okay. Being on a cut is a huge trigger, and now I know that. I don't know how I can prepare for that or help with that in the future. I want to keep doing these cuts because I feel like that's necessary. First of all, because I really am not where I want to be. Mentally, I want to be where I was before I had my plastic surgery. It's annoying that I am still up from my plastic surgery weight. I hate that. It drives me nuts. It's annoying that I'm still up a size. Now, I was up 2 sizes and now I'm only up 1 size. So, I mean, let's be grateful for the progress I've made. But I did not know going into plastic surgery that I would end up bigger than when I started because I thought I would be smaller, right? I thought I would be like in the 160s and like super trim and tiny. And I'm not. And it's hard to like wrap my brain around that. And maybe I will have to. Maybe I will realize that I'm comfortable here and that I'll move on from trying to make progress. Also, I just know that I'm not capable of dieting long enough to just get there. I have to take it in chunks, which means I'm going to gain some weight. So after next week, be prepared, guys. I am probably going to start gaining weight. So if you're here to just watch me lose weight, it's going to be disappointing for the next few months. It's competition season. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I can't decide how I'm handling it yet, mostly because I just don't know like where my mental state will be. I would like to say that I would be able to calorie cycle and have like 5 days a week of really low calories and then just go whatever on weekends when I have these big, huge photo shoots and big, huge competitions and things like that. And maybe that's what I'll do. That's where I'd like to do, but whether or not my emotional state will allow me to keep doing that or whether I need to just say, I don't need to worry about it right now. I'm just going to eat when I need to eat, which is a lot, just so you know. Like, I feel the insatiable desire to chew and eat 24 hours a day. So I'm learning about other stim things and trying to replace my chewing stim with other stims, but none of them so far are working. Whoa! Oh, hello. Look how cute that is. Ooh. What the heck? This is the number one thing I hate about these is that I often will be like just, and they'll just go, pew, fly up into somewhere and I'm like, okay, sorry. But this one's convenient because it's really small and I can keep it with me and I can just kind of like roll it up and down my fingers a lot. I hated it at first, but now I really like it. I just ordered a new one and maybe I'll talk about it on this channel. I don't know. And I will continue to try and find other ways of releasing my energy that don't involve chewing. Hopefully. I'm working on it. So I will keep you updated on how that goes as well. As far as how this week went, well, last week I predicted that because of my menstrual cycle, the way my weight loss goes is that the last couple of weeks I would be stagnant and then I would have a large drop. I was nervous to say it because even though I've seen it happen a billion times, I was super scared that it wouldn't happen this time and then I'd be like, eating my words next week or being frustrated that I was stuck, but I'm gonna let the footage speak for itself. We're gonna go into all of that. I'm gonna show you my 360 body view at the beginning of the week, and then at the end, I'm gonna show you the before and after for 7 weeks, and I'm gonna show you my weigh-ins all week, everything that I ate, except for I didn't record one thing yesterday that I'll talk about when I come back. I just didn't do it. And all the exercise I did for the week, my dance classes, you know, all that fun stuff. So feel free to skip around the video and just skip to the parts you want to see. Don't feel like you have to watch this entire thing to get anything out of it. You can skip the entirety of the footage and just come back for the results if you just want to know the data. So I'll catch you guys on the other side. Let's get to the footage.
Alrighty guys, it is 2:20 on Monday, and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. I am having protein waffles. These are made with 1 large egg and a scoop of Keto Chow Snickerdoodle protein powder with 15 grams of blueberries cooked into it, and on top 5 grams of butter and some powdered swerve. I'm also having an egg and cheese chalupa. This is made with 40 grams of mozzarella cheese, and I put an egg inside, 1 medium egg, and that is going to be my first meal of the day. guys, it's 10:30 p.m. on Monday, and I'm finally having my final meal of the day. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day, but dinner is finally made. So I have 200 grams of spaghetti squash topped by a hamburger gravy made from 93.7 ground beef, 8 ounces, 30 grams of heavy cream, an ounce of cream cheese, and some almond milk. And then on top, I've got 30 grams of mozzarella cheese. That's going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty, guys, it is Tuesday. It is 2 o'clock on Tuesday, and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. I am having some Snickerdoodle protein sludge. This is made with 250 grams of 0% Fage Greek yogurt mixed with 33 grams of Snickerdoodle keto chow. And on top, I have 27 grams of sugar-free whipped cream, Great Value brand, and 15 grams of perfect keto honey nut cereal and some cinnamon. I have a little egg chalupa made with 40 grams of mozzarella cheese and 1 medium egg, and also having a Built Bar. Caramel apple. And that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty, guys, it's 8:30 and I'm about to have my last meal of the day. I'm having 7 chicken wings, some hot sauce on the side, and a little bit of veg, and that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty, guys, it is Crazy Wednesday. I'm only home for a very short amount of time on Wednesdays. I am actually starving today, which is crazy. And I totally meant to show and mention in my video yesterday that I actually ended up having a Built Puff Bar at about, I don't know, 10:30 at night. I just couldn't stand it one more second. I was trying all my tricks and I just couldn't. I just needed to eat something else. So my calories yesterday were actually higher than what I showed, than what I actually recorded. But just thought I'd mention that before I start my first meal for today. I am having 240 grams of General Tso's chicken from Real Good Foods, 100 grams of yellow zucchini, just cooked in olive oil spray with some salt and pepper, and 40 grams of Greek yogurt and 30 grams of mozzarella cheese. That is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 9:45 on Wednesday and I'm about to have my final meal of the day. I'm having an 8-ounce tri-tip steak, 200 grams of broccoli with 6 grams of butter, and 30 grams of this Lily's cookies and cream white chocolate style chocolate that Candace Brewer gave me for Valentine's Day. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 11 o'clock on Thursday and I'm about to have my couple hours in the tub, so I'm having my food earlier than usual. And today I'm doing that same protein sludge that I had yesterday, same macros as yesterday, except for I think I used 12 grams of cereal instead of 16. And I'm having the same egg chalupa. That's going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 8:30 on a Thursday and I am about to have my final meal of the day. Dave had to go out tonight and work on some stuff and I had to make my own food and it was really hard for me to decide what I wanted to eat, and I just totally realized I forgot to make something that was on my list. Oh my gosh. So frustrating. Okay, well I'm going to show you what I'm going to eat right now. And then if I end up making the vegetables, because apparently I completely forgot to make vegetables, I'll show them later. And if I don't, then I don't. Okay, so here we go. I am having 200 grams of General Tso's chicken, 30 grams of mozzarella cheese, and this is 40 grams of Greek yogurt. I decided to make an egg and cheese chalupa, and this time I put in a piece of bacon in the middle. You can't really see it, but there is one 10-gram piece of bacon in here, 50 grams of mozzarella cheese, and one large egg. And then Dave bought me these because he knows how bad I've been craving some gummies. These are 18 net carbs, so they are definitely not super keto, but I love them, and I'm just going to have this one bag. And then I'm supposed to be having 200 grams of zucchini that I totally forgot to make. So we'll see if I accomplish that. Maybe I will. That's going to be my last meal of the day. It is Friday and we are heading to the Museum of Ancient Life. The Dinosaur Museum. Are you excited? Have you ever been here before? No, he's not. No. We have not been here before. We got some yogurt sludge, same macros as yesterday, and a piece of cheese at a cafe. Okay, I am done with the homeschool field trip and I am heading over to my daughter's school, my older daughter's school, to teach a YouTube class.
It's my last day. I'm so glad. And I am going to have a built puff on the way over. Alrighty guys, I just got home from teaching at my daughter's school and it went really great. I'm super happy. It was a great last day. And now I am having my last piece of my first meal of the day in my third installment. I'm having an egg chalupa. This is 40 grams of mozzarella cheese with a medium egg inside. That's going to be the last of my first meal or third meal of the day or whatever it's going to be. Yeah, that's going to be it. Alrighty guys, it is 8 o'clock on Friday and I'm about to have my final meal of the day. I am having an 8-ounce cross rib steak and 200 grams of zucchini. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 12:30 on Saturday and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. Today I really wanted a super big egg and cheese chalupa, so I made this with 60 grams of mozzarella cheese and 2 medium eggs, and then I put 20 grams of crumbled Oscar Mayer center cut bacon inside. I'm excited about that. I am having a little bit of Greek yogurt. This is not sludge, it's just regular yogurt. 1 cup of 0% fat Greek yogurt mixed with Lemonade Mio water enhancer with 30 grams of blueberries and 20 grams of whipped cream on top, and a built raspberry cheesecake bar. That is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 9 o'clock on Saturday and I'm about to have my final meal of the day. Tonight I am having shredded chicken taco salad. So I have 1 package of cheddar or cheese, nacho cheese Quest chips at the bottom and 40 grams of cheddar cheese. Then I have 200 grams of shredded chicken and 47 grams of lettuce, 60 grams of tomatoes, 60 grams of picante sauce, and some green onions. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 3 o'clock on Sunday. Oh my gosh. On Sunday, and Dave and I are going out for Valentine's Day finally. So it was a long few days ago, but we have not had a chance to go out. So we are going to go see a movie first. I haven't eaten anything yet today. I'm starving. And I am going to have some popcorn. And so to prevent myself from eating the entire bucket of popcorn and getting totally sick and not being able to eat dinner later, I grabbed a few keto snacks to just be able to like rotate through so I don't like go crazy. I don't know how much of these I will eat. I'll end up hopefully tracking what I eat, or at least attempting to. I've got some Lily's peanut butter cups. This one's Dave's. What else we got? I grabbed me some Smart Sweets Red Twist. I know these are high in carbs, but it is what it is. I really wanted Behave gummy bears, but they were way too much money. And then I grabbed some of these Smart Sweets caramels. So I also have a couple of Built bars in my purse, I think. Well, you've seen those before. So that and some popcorn is what I'm planning to have at the movie. And then we're gonna go out to dinner after. That's gonna be my first meal of the day, I guess. Snacks. All right, so I bet you can imagine that I'm kind of ecstatic at this moment that I was right. As I watched that scale just droppity drop, 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 I was just like, see, I know what I'm talking about here. It's how it has been every single time. And when I talk to people who are on a weight loss journey and they tell me, oh, I've been stuck. And I'm like, how long have you really been stuck? A few days? A couple weeks? Give it time. I've never seen weight stay stagnant for more than 4 weeks total. If your weight is staying stagnant for that long, then probably you're not eating in a calorie deficit and you need to adjust things. But most of the time, especially if you're eating like me at 1,300 calories, which you know is a huge deficit, eventually the scale will catch up with what you're doing. There are so many things in play that go along with the weight on the scale that you just cannot trust it, which is why I go by average weight for the week to determine whether or not I'm successful. And over the course of the 8 weeks, we will see how much I drop on average. But when it starts to go down, 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 I'm always super happy because it happens. It happens every single time. Right after I ovulate, I ovulated on Saturday and immediately my weight started coming down because I'm pretty sure last Saturday I was 190 again, like 190 point something again. And I was like, seriously? And then boom, it just went down. And that's because during my ovulatory cycle and sometimes leading up to my period, not always though, mostly just when I ovulate, I will retain water during that time. And also, it just seems like I will have, 2 weeks of weight loss, 2 weeks of staying the same, or 2 weeks of weight loss, 2 weeks going up. I don't know if it has correlation with my cycle or not. I have not had any signs other than my cognitive decreases in my ability to handle my ADHD symptoms, that I am in perimenopause. I haven't had any other symptoms. I'm watching like a hawk because I am 48 years old. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I'm saying that. My oldest son turned 27 on Sunday. You knew that probably from last video because I filmed what I ate for his birthday dinner, and I had an actual huge meltdown that night. Like, I cried for 3 hours. I was telling my kids they don't appreciate me. I embarrassed to be alive. I was in a full-blown depressive episode in front of all of my adult children. Gotta love it. Oh, that's my favorite. No, I'm so embarrassed like the next day, and there's nothing I can do. I cannot control that. But I think part of it was because I have a 27-year-old son, and I'm just like, I'm sure if you know, you know. If you don't know, well, you will, if you ever have kids. Anyway, moving on. It was a week. Believe it or not, I had that huge episode on Sunday, and then the whole rest of the week, I've been fine. Go figure. Who knew? And the scale kept going down, and the one thing I did notice, and which I do think correlates with me pulling back on my ADHD medication, is that it was harder for me to keep those calories at 1,300 because my anxiety eased up so much. I was back to my chill self, and I was like, I can have another Built Bar. Who cares? I'll grab a little piece of Lily's. Who cares? Or whatever. I don't know what it was, but like my calories definitely were up this week. And then I went out with Dave yesterday, and I ate all the things. So let's first go over the weigh-ins and talk about where I'm at on week 7 for the results. So we'll start with February 13th, which was Monday. 189.6, 189, 187.8, 188.2, 187, 186.6, and 186 for an average of 187.7, which was down 2.6 pounds from last week. Now, it's not a killer awesome drop, considering I had 2 weeks where I didn't lose any. I'd really like it to be like 6 pounds down, but you know what? I will take what I can get. Who knows what my body is doing at the current moment? I'm just letting it do its thing. I'm feeding it what I feel like I need to feed it in order to lose weight, but I don't have any control over what it does inside my body, right? I only have control of what I consume. So my calories for the week, like I said, I really had a hard time. So I had a diet break, 2-day diet break where I ate over 2,000 calories on the 11th and 12th of February. And on the 13th, I hit 1,469 because I just couldn't get down to that 1,300. And again, on the 14th, which was Valentine's Day, but we didn't do anything for it, 1,454. Then I got down to 1,345 and then back to 1,304, but then back up to 1,363 and then back up to 1,470. And then yesterday, I don't even know for sure if this is accurately tracked. I tried so hard because I literally had snacks at the movie popcorn, but I don't really know how much, a whole package of peanuts at Texas Roadhouse, a full 12-ounce prime rib, some broccoli, a whole salad. And then I did not film, but when we got home, we were watching another movie, and I ate another Built Bar and an entire Lily chocolate bar. I was just like, nah, I just don't care today, guys. I just don't care. I didn't eat anything, though, leading up to that because I knew that was going to happen because I planned it. Let's be real. I planned to do that. I knew I was going to do that. I didn't just go no holds barred and just binge. No, I planned what I was going to do. I did not plan to eat the extra food when we got home, but you know what? I was like, not a big deal. So what I tracked was 2802. I don't know how close that is, but it's definitely not a calorie deficit. But because I was in a calorie deficit for the rest of the week, the average calories for the week was 1601, which is still a pretty decent deficit for me, actually. That's about a 500 calorie per day deficit still. So yay, go me. And newsflash secret, I didn't put it in this video, but my weight was only up 0.2 pounds this morning. I was expecting like a 3-pound gain overnight, and it was only up 0.2, even though I ate way more carbs than usual. I ate 85 carbs, if I tracked correctly, which I don't even know if I did. So there you go. My average protein for the week was only 145 because of that exciting day of the year at the end, and that's pretty low. So if my average calories was 1601, my goal would be 160. It was only 145, so a short 15. You know what? It is what it is. I'm not going to stress over it. It's fine. My carbs averaged out to 35 net, which isn't too bad. I like to keep it around 30 net as much as possible, but 35 is not the end of the world. And my fats were at 88, which isn't bad at all. So in all, even though I did have that big reward, that big going out, because we went out for Valentine's Day. It was 5 days after Valentine's Day, but that was our going out. We didn't get a chance to during the week because I'm so busy with dance mom stuff. And so I was planning to eat all the yummy things and just enjoy myself and relax. And I was so grateful that my anxiety just let me do that I didn't have that anxiety all week that was hanging over me, though it did make it harder for me to stay at that 1,300 calories. So maybe the anxiety did have a benefit. I wouldn't say my appetite changed at all. My appetite has been high the whole time, and I've had a hard time being hungry and wanting to eat and just wanting to chew the entire time. It really was the anxiety that was the problem. Well, it really was the anxiety that was helping me stay at that 1,300 for so long. But I really can't live with that. I can't live with that anxiety. It's awful. And so I need to decide what to do about that. So what I've been doing is in the mornings, I'm doing caffeine instead of the stimulant, because I was taking a 5 milligram in the morning. And my poor homeschool kids have to deal with my all over the place problems. And they're all over the place too, so, we get along. And then in the afternoon, I would take my 20 milligram because the number one thing that I need help with is my overreactions to humans. I know you must be shocked that I have overreactions in real life and freak out at real life people too. Oh, I do. And the place that is the most triggering to me is the place I spend the most time. So I have to be more stable by having my meds last late into the night, which is why I was having that booster dose. So I'm just going without the booster dose and letting my kids see me as I am. And then, it's working a lot better now than it was before. So that's good. My exercise was great this week. I really loved my dance classes. We're basically done with our clogging dance, and we're almost done with our jazz dance, and we don't perform till May, so we're going to be banging awesome by the time recital rolls around. I hope I won't be bigger by then, but we'll see. I feel a lot better dancing right now, being smaller and having a lot of that water off of me. In the 360 though, I was actually quite swollen because I went and I ate all of that stuff the day before. But measurements wise, I actually only went up in measurements around the actual incision line, my lymphatic system blockage area. That was the only place that I went up in inches. So everything else mostly stayed the same, except my waist went down a half an inch, and it's now 32, baby. 32. Lowest I have seen post-surgery. Yes, I'm so happy. And my booty went down a half an inch too. Yep. So just around my incision, it was up. I think it was up like a quarter inch or half an inch, something like that. Half an inch. And everything else was either the same or slightly down. So I was really happy with that result. Obviously, if I hadn't gone out, I might have even had a better result on the inches lost. And let me remind you that the reason I do inches and pounds is because the scale is weird. You just cannot trust You cannot trust what it says. And the inches are a little bit more telling, though with my problem of having the swelling post-plastic surgery, the lymphedema, I mean, it's a crapshoot whether or not it's body fat or lymphatic fluid. If I know what I'm eating in a calorie deficit, then I know it's lymphatic fluid. If it goes up, if I'm not eating a calorie deficit, I can assume it's probably body fat or both. So that's just kind of how I have to go. Now, you are in a different situation probably than me. You probably haven't had plastic surgery and not worrying about that. So inches might be more accurate for you, just like they were for me the whole time when I was losing the 200 pounds. Now, I am currently up, 19 pounds from my lowest weight. So 19 pounds from my lowest weight. I'm up 12 pounds from the 200 pounds lost. So I'm not officially in the 200 pound club, but I did lose 200 pounds. I lost more than 200 pounds. And so that's why I say that at the beginning of the video, because the point of these videos is just to inspire you to try and to see what works for you and to realize it is achievable and it is maintainable, but it's hard. It's never gonna be easy. I can't come on here and be like all happy, happy, joy, joy. It's super easy. Just do this and you'll be skinny forever. That is not how it works. It doesn't work like that, guys. It's a lifelong battle, especially if you're like me and you're dealing with all kinds of things you didn't even know you were dealing with. You might be in a world of hurt, trying to figure these things out. And I hope any of you who have this overeating problem and binge eating and things will realize that a lot of times those things go alongside a mental disorder that you may not realize you have. It's worth looking into. And if you can get help, it's worth doing, because it's really, really hard. It's really, really hard to be the one who constantly has to be like in charge of making sure you don't screw up when your brain is not capable of doing that. It's hard. I don't have anybody but you guys and my brain keeping me going on this journey. My husband doesn't care if I regain the weight. He loved me at 400 pounds. He loved me, now. He just loves both. And my kids don't judge me if I gain weight. My friends, they've accepted when I gain weight. It's really just you and me, guys, keeping me going. And man, I'm proud of myself. Man, I cannot believe it's 2023 and I still look as good as I do. I cannot believe that I haven't said screw it in all of this stress that I have been under the last few months with the knowledge that I have a mental disorder, and I didn't make excuses and say, oh, I obviously can't do this. This is too hard. I need to quit, because it's hard to stay focused on this, and it's hard to keep going, and it's hard to keep the dopamine running to make me keep wanting to do it. And I just want to crash and just do what's easy, which is eat all of the things, because I miss gummy bears more than life. And I walk down the gummy bear aisle and just wistfully dream of a 5-pound bag of gummy bears. And then when I look at my favorite gummy bears, which are like the Behave ones, and see that they are $5 for one bag of 50 grams, and you can buy a 5-pound bag down the way with sugar in it for $9, it makes me angry. Yeah, that was me yesterday. I didn't buy them because I was mad. I bought the Smart Sweets, which are higher in carbs, because they were cheaper. And the caramels did satisfy that chew urge. So I really did like those. And I do love their licorice. But that put my carbs way up. And actually, the 85 is probably lower than that, because there's allulose in those, and I didn't do the whole subtracting the allulose thing, so it's probably lower. But I didn't really care for the subject of tracking, because it was going to be what it was going to be. But yeah, that's rude. So I got the no sugar tax, because I want to stay healthy. I can't eat fun things and I also have like the ADHD tax, that I can't just live without those things either, because I need them. Sucks. It's really lame. Anyway, let's not get depressive note. Let's be happy. Let's end things on positive. Thanks so much for your support. Those of you who are still here, I know you're here because you're awesome. And thanks for putting up with my crazy. Once again, this is not the first time. And for those who know, And those who don't, well, you should go back and watch some of my old videos. And those who are new need to remember that I no longer remember how to teach keto because my brain does not allow me to retain knowledge long enough to do that. But you are in luck because I recorded everything I ever learned when I was obsessively hyper-focused on keto and how to lose weight in lovely little playlists that are listed on my regular page. So if after this video you really want to know how I lost the 200 pounds, I suggest going there and finding some fun videos to binge watch for the next couple of years because there's plenty to watch. I think this is like almost 800 videos I have put on this channel so far. That's crazy. Alrighty guys, I love you all so much. Thank you, and we'll talk to you again soon.